What up, everybody? Welcome back to the 4% Entrepreneur Show. Great to be here with you guys. Hope everybody's doing fantastical today. My name is Vick, strizheus, and I'm always pumped to be here with you guys, hanging out, talking about ideas, things, strategies, mindsets, right? Tactics, practices that will take your game to the next level. So we're going to continue with the a couple episodes ago. I started this series on what do we talk about? Creating your money machine, right? Can everybody hear me okay? All right, Charity, good to see you. All right, Marlon, good to see you. Vic, last time was great. Now, what are we doing? Okay, so Martha Hill, are you referring to the money machine series? Right? We're gonna continue. This is part 2 of 3. There's 3 parts. Are we live or are we off? Hang on one sec, everybody. Might have a little bit of technical difficulties here. Let me make sure that we're loud and clear. Okay, we good? We good? Okay. Want to make sure that I'm not just talking to the camera over here. Can't see ya. Okay, let me just wait. No, there's like a 20-second delay. Make sure that we're back. I see you now. Okay. Oh, good now. Okay, great. Sweet. Yeah, we want to be good. Okay, so creating your money machine is a series, and we said there's 3 steps, right? Number 1 is, we're talking about numbers. Okay, so what's your burn rate? Okay, number 2 is what? Is creating your solid income source, right? Is to engineer a solid income source. So we might actually say solid income source. Okay, solid income source. Okay, and then number 3 is asset allocation. Okay, now so if you missed it, there is we had an episode on that. You can search for it. If you guys are coming back, if you did not watch that first part, this part might not make a whole lot of sense, but I'll try to keep it, as easy, to understand as we possibly can. This is going to be the big one right here. Okay, so everybody, when we're talking about money, okay, everybody immediately they go to how do I just make more money? Okay, more money. Everybody wants to know how to do that, but if we are to create our money machine, which ultimately leads to financial freedom, okay, that's really what we want to get to, so that this money machine becomes a source of income, or it becomes that stream of revenue coming in that will cover all of our necessities, all of our lifestyle, all of our crazy ideas about things that you want to do, travel, eat, hang out, dress, however you want to live, okay, your life, that give you ultimate financial freedom. Whether you work or not, I want to have enough money coming in so that all of that would be covered, right? So everybody starts out, we have a certain situation that all of us entrepreneurs start out, and so we're like, all right, this is my current situation. But then there is this big aspiration situation, right? And the difference, you guys, between a goal and a dream, can anybody tell me what the difference is? What's the difference between a goal and a dream? Anybody know? What is the difference? Financial freedom, living in lifestyle, yeah. What's the difference between a goal and a dream? Okay? The difference between a goal and a dream is this. Is finish line, okay? Your dream, there is no finish line for your dream. Your dream is always evolving. Your dream is always out there, right? It always gets bigger. It's always out there. Your goal, however, has a finish line. Okay, so a lot of entrepreneurs, they're chasing after something, but if there is no finish line, if there is no concrete, okay, here is what it's going to look like when I get there, you don't have a goal. If you don't have a goal, you will never, ever, ever live your dream, ever. Okay, a goal is written down. That's important, right? Goal is written down. Dream can be written down, and I suggest your dream should be written down as well. But it's going to continue to evolve. It's going to continue to expand, right? But the biggest difference is this right here, okay? So if we are to, if we're chasing this something that's out there, this right here, okay, what is that financial freedom looking like for you? And let's consolidate it down. Let's boil it down to a point to where you have a concrete path, right, that would give you those goals, immediate goals, those finish lines, right? And as you achieve those finish lines, you go from one to another, to another, to another. Ultimately, you get to the point to where, you know what, your money machine gives you enough freedom, okay? Your goal then changes, or your dream changes, right? Your dream right now for a lot of people might be like, dude, how do I just become financially free? And really, what's that price? I did that on purpose. What's that price tag for your financial freedom? Like, what is it gonna cost? What is it costing me? What's my burn rate currently to live? Okay, to run my business, to run my company. So I have a set dollar amount for my current burn rate. But I also need to have my burn rate. I gotta know what that's gonna look like for my financial freedom. Okay, ultimately my ideal lifestyle. That's what I'm chasing after. Does that make sense, right? So a little bit of a recap here. And that's what I want to talk to you about today. I'm going to give you guys a worksheet that might be helpful for you, right? If you choose to work with it. Really, really simple concept. We're not going to go super, scientific on this idea. It's actually really, really simple concept. It's not complicated. Anybody can be here. I can tell you from my personal experience, I learned a lot of these lessons on my personal life. I wasn't born successful. My parents were very middle class, right? And my upbringing, very, very middle class. But I learned a lot of things along the way over the last, 14 years, 15 years of just doing this kind of stuff, solo myself. Starting out young and still learning every day. I've made a lot of mistakes. And I teach you from a lot of my mistakes that I did, right? That I had to course correct, and I'm like, hey, dude, there's a pothole. Don't go there, right? You might want to take this direction instead of taking that direction, because I've been there. I've done a lot of things right, and not because I'm super smart or whatever, but because I was smart enough to listen to people who were smarter than me, right? And that's marketing, and again, when you get into the money, what do you do with that money? How do you manage that money and all that stuff? So these are the concepts and ideas I'm, trying to get across to you. You do whatever you want with them, right? If it helps you, awesome. If you like this kind of stuff, I would appreciate if you, help us spread this message. Our vision here, our goal with 4% is to build an entrepreneur's community to where everybody wins, everybody benefits, everybody contributes towards everybody else's success, And one day, I am hoping that you can be part of what we're doing here as far as content-wise, and start teaching from your experience and start to make your own difference. Because you're going to go from being wherever you are right now, okay, this little box, okay, that you live in right now, whatever that burn rate for you is, your current expenses, right? And then we're going to work towards building that. And so today we're going to start talking about what's the price tag on your financial freedom, on your ultimate lifestyle. What does that price tag will look like, okay? Where you have, you have no limitation. You literally have no limits. If you can dream it, you're gonna put it on paper, right? We're gonna do a little exercise together. But we will never get there if we don't know where we are now, and then if we don't understand what's the path, dude. How do you go, okay? What are the milestones for you to get there? You will never get there if you don't know what there is, what it looks like. Again, what's the price tag on that? Does that make sense, right? And so the way we're going to get there is we're going to focus on creating this finish line. Okay, we're going to set specific goals, and we're going to backtrack from those goals. We're going to create and go into this. Okay, this is the importance of numbers. Okay, again, before we get here, before we start, doing all these income streams, that is, the sexy topic, right? Everybody wants to talk about that. Money, money, money. Dude, if you don't know this is useless. Okay, this is useless. Every one of us know people that if they make $1,000 a month, they're broke, or if they make $100,000 a month, they're broke. Okay, we all know those people. So it's not about income; it's about creating something that's beyond income. And then ultimately, once your money is handled, you have this, handled. we really want to get into the asset allocation, and this is where you truly become financial. I mean, this is where you don't have to, you don't have to work, right? You want your money to generate more money, and this is where you get into investments, portfolio diversification, allocation, and basically have your money working for you and generating you more money, whether you work or not. And that's a different topic for different day for different story. Okay, so today here is what we're gonna look at. Okay, in the next episode, I'll give you a little heads up. We're gonna dive into specific. This is gonna be a big one right here. We're gonna talk about income streams. Okay, but this is what we're going to break down and kind of backtrace from the number that we're going to come up with here today, okay, with you. So I'm going to give you, a little bit of a direction in that area. Again, stuff that helped me, and then you do what you wish with it. Hopefully it helps you as well, and we can all move together. Okay. By the way, all this kind of stuff, I teach in. If you guys are, part of the 4%, we have this program called the 4% Success Challenge. A lot of this stuff will be, we're diving into the detail and going through it in great detail. If you're going through that stuff, this is going to be a really, really good kind of head start for you as well, okay? So the idea is this, okay? Write this down, KYN, okay? Know your number. Know your number. I'll never have a finish line. This is my finish line right here. My finish line is my number, okay? I got to know my number. And I don't care about this. You want to know what this number is, but there is no inspiration there, right? There is no creativity. There is no. You don't wake up in the morning being fired up about doing this. Your current burn rate, right? Your current. All right, and this is your financial freedom, estimated burn rate. Okay, how much it's going to cost you per month to live in both those areas. This is what's going to get you up from bed in the morning being fired up. This right here, it's a drag, man, right? You're like, oh, dude, it's a grind. It's not very, you're really not looking forward every single day to this. The reason that you work today is because of this, so that you can get there, okay? So I want to know my number as it relates to this, okay? Very, very clear, okay? As it relates to that. So let's have some fun here in this particular episode, okay? There is a couple different ways that we can go. How many of you guys have been through the wealth building blueprint? Yeah, wealth building blueprint in 4%. How many of you guys have been through that training? Let me know real quick here. Let me take a look at your comments. It's a free course that I have created just as a just kind of talking about some stuff that I implement in my, in my life, in my business, that really helped me with like managing, finances, allocation, and all that stuff. Okay, a lot of you guys have. If you have not checked out Wealth Building Blueprint, you can enroll in it for free. Just go to 4percent.com, go to programs, and click on and enroll in Wealth Building Blueprint. It's a free program right now. I'm not sure how long we're going to keep it for free, but it's going to put you in a very nice, on a very nice path. Okay, so one way to do your numbers, and this is where most people get it wrong, right? When we're talking about numbers, is that they think, well, if I am, if I'm earning $5,000 a month, if this is my number here. What most people where most people find themselves is that, if they have this money coming in their bank account, they're not operating out of like an LLC or an entity. So this goes into their personal/business account, and everything is commingled together. And they're like, all right, I've got to split this between my business, between my car payment, between my house payment, between my clothes, my shopping, between my restaurants, between my entertainment, and everything else in between, my kiddos, and everything else in between. And so before they know it, right, at the end of the month, they have spent $5,500, okay? $5,500, is gone. And by the way, 500 of that was put on a credit card. And there is no money for taxes. There is no money for advertisement, for business. And they're like, dude, where did the money go, right? So people are clueless. So that's why I have recorded the wealth building blueprint. And and kind of talk to you about my concept, which is TWCGO, right? TWCGO. A very quick recap for those of you guys who don't know what that means. Here is how I have it set up, very simply. This is one way of doing it, right? Which is this. If you have whatever money that you have coming in right now, okay, if you have $5,000 a month coming in, I'm going to allocate. This is my receiving account. So in my bank, I'm going to have 6 accounts. I'm going to have my receiving account. This is where all of my money will go into. All the commissions, all the payments, this is the incoming account. There's no expenses from that account at all, right? My receiving account, this is my tax account. I'm going to allocate 30%, okay? I'm going to allocate 30%, which is what, $1,500 about? I'll double check myself on camera, right? Okay, $1,500, I was right. I'm gonna put 30% here, okay? So 1,500, I'm down to $3,500, okay? Now I'm gonna allocate at the very least, bare minimum, I'm going to allocate 10% here because that's my wealth account, that's my saving, that's what I'm building towards. If eventually, okay, as you guys are going to, you go on this journey with me, this account right here, my wealth account, later on, this will be my money making more money account, okay? Initially, it might be a little tiny little drip in there, right? But then I want to create a big river in that account. And the way I'm going to do that is going to be very strategic. So I'm going to allocate in the beginning at least 10% minimum. You got to pay yourself, right? You're going to pay Uncle Sam 30% or 40%, whatever that case is. I think in that wealth building blueprint, I think I say it's 40% there. But whatever you live, okay, whatever your number is. So we've got 500 here, okay. You got your charity account. Always, always, always dedicate and give away 10%. Whether you believe in tithing or not, it's just a universal law that I can tell you that just works. Okay, you're gonna give away 500. If you cannot live on 4,500, you will be struggling on 5,000 anyways, right? So just do it. All right. My general. This is my household account. Okay, so here you can allocate. Say approximately 20%. So that would be $1,000. Okay. And then so we've got 20, 30, 40. We've got 70, and then maybe you got 30% going for your operations. This is your business, okay? So that's another $1,500. So if you do this model right here, what do you really have, okay? What do you really have? Well, you only got $1,000 a month to live on. Because that's your general account, you only got $1,000 a month to live on. So really what you need to do is you need to increase this. Now what I want to talk to you about today, okay? See what I'm saying? So if you follow this model, most people are like, all right, dude, I cannot live on $1,000 a month. Yeah, no kidding, dude. Right? No kidding. That's not a lot of money. So what we need to figure out is we need to figure out how do you feed all these areas. And the only way that you're going to feed all those areas is that you create a money machine, you create a marketing machine, a situation to where your top line right here, you don't worry about it, your bottom line. You want to make sure that your top line, this account R, has enough money coming in to support all of these other ones, okay? The most important one of these for most people, at least in the beginning, okay, it will be this account right here, which is this category, this general or your personal, okay, however you can call it. You can massage it to your liking, but this system will change your life. It changed my life, okay, when I started implementing and using this. So if you need to live, but here's the thing. This is what we're going to find out today. Okay, that's what I really want to do today is instead of guessing. Okay, so my ideal life. Okay, my ideal life. Okay, that's E right there. My ideal life. That's really what I'm going for. My ideal lifestyle. What is the price tag? Okay. What is the price tag on that ideal lifestyle? When I'm talking about this right here, I'm really talking about this category, you guys, okay? This general or personal. So this, now, if you're currently earning $5,000 a month, okay, right now, will you ever have or live your dream lifestyle on whatever that number of yours is? Okay, so if this is $1,000 a month for me, no way in the world. I'm gonna be poor, right? Living in the United States. Because all these other stuff has to be taken care of as well. Okay? If I don't pay my taxes, I'm gonna be in trouble. If I don't invest in my business, I'm gonna be in trouble because I'm gonna go backwards. Entrepreneurs, that's your seed money, like a farmer, right? He doesn't take every single seed that, or he doesn't keep 100% of the crop. He allocates a little bit for the seed. This is your seed money for your business. This is your advertisement money, okay? This is your your charity account is your prosperity investment, okay? I don't care if you believe it or not, but it is true. I don't care if you believe in the law of gravity. If a little baby jumps off of the big building, it's gonna fall down. Just like if I throw this down, it comes down. I don't have to believe it. I just do it. It just works, right? Same thing there. I can tell you that from personal experience. So I gotta have that. I gotta save, but I cannot dip into this because eventually I will never have my FF, which is my financial freedom. I'll never ever have that if I don't take care of this. Okay? You see how all this kind of stuff comes together, right? Everything comes together. You'll never be financially free because you will never have your money working for you because you'll never have it. And if you don't follow something like this, you'll always grind, you'll always go back, you'll always be frustrated out of your mind. So, how do we figure this out? Okay? How do we figure this out? We need to get clear on what this number will be in my ideal life. And the only way I'm going to do that, okay, the only way that I can do that, Phyllis is saying 100,000 per month. If that's the number, hey, that's the number, right? So if Phyllis needs, if you go to 100,000 per month there, or you're talking about 100,000 a month here, okay? So I want to take this model. Again, by the way, this is what I teach in great detail in each one of these categories in Wealth Building Blueprint. If you guys are watching this after the fact or whatever, somehow you came across this, it's in 4%. It's a free course you can enroll in. I recorded it because I think it's going to change a lot of entrepreneurs' lives. Tell me, okay, so when we're dealing with this, okay, I want to have no limit. I really want to have no limit because if we're gonna build something, okay, it takes the same amount of energy. The difference between making $1,000 a month and making $100,000 a month is strategy. It's not working harder. People work really, really hard working construction, right? Physical labor. My dad used to be a welder, before he passed away. A lot of people working really hard. Dude, people work in, fast food places. They work really hard. Have you seen those kids working there? Dude, they like little machines over there, man. They're working hard, right? So it's not about working hard. It's about strategies. It's about how do you set yourself up so that if you're going to do the work anyways, and it's not going to be walk in the park, for the most part, and that's okay because you're going to go through short-term inconvenience to get to long-term comfort, right? That's kind of the game plan. So if I'm going to do that, I might as well position myself for maximum results, right? Maximum income, and I should have no limit on this. Okay, my goals, I might have to break my, if this is a timeline where I'm at right now, to get here, I want to have those goals. Okay, so I want to know where I'm going, and these goals become, right? Goal here. So that's why, like in the 4% challenge for affiliate marketers specifically, that's why we break it down, right? If you guys are watching this, you're about to go through that program, or if you're watching this later after the fact, if you can get into that program, get into that, because we want to go from like 10,000 to 100,000 to ultimately $1 million. And the money becomes just a scorecard. It's nothing but the scorecard because it gets you this. Okay, it like whatever that price tag of yours is. So you're gonna fall on that timeline somewhere. Okay, money-wise. So we want to keep score. But how do we do that? We're going to talk about on the next section. Today I want to talk about getting clear on this number here as it relates to building your ideal lifestyle. Okay, so how many of you guys have thought about this from previous episodes? So we've got what? What are your, when it comes to lifestyle now, and I know we have like bills, and I'm going to give you a worksheet that you guys can download. El Medina welder for 42 years. Yeah. So in a few minutes here, I'll actually give you guys a little link. It's a little Google document that that you can work off of, right? That's like really, really, really detailed. But as far as like things that will really inspire you, okay, so let's start with that. What would be considered in your ideal life scenario or category that would really inspire you, right? What are some of the first things that come to your mind? Just kind of give me your feedback here real quick. Just talk to me. We don't have to share the screen yet. No screen sharing. I'm just looking at the comments. 10,000 a month. So I see you guys are in YouTube. Okay. So if you guys are in YouTube, I might just take a look at your comments as well from time to time. Okay. Living at the beach, somebody says. Okay, Phyllis says living at the beach. Yes, a worksheet will help. Okay, give me some of the things that come to your mind. Okay, where you live, does that matter? Okay, so for you to have an ideal lifestyle, would you say a place that where you live, your zip code, would that matter? Would that play a role? Yes. Okay, so that would be your what? Your mortgage. Okay, your mortgage payment. Okay, what else? What else would be? Somebody says living at the beach. That would be what? That would be travel. Okay, maybe travel, and then maybe vacation. There's a difference between travel and vacation. I'll tell you that in a moment. Okay, what else? Throw some ideas at me here. Personal plane and helicopter. Okay, yeah, that's your thing. Okay, nice car. Okay, of course, right? Younger guys, car. Okay, a car. What else? Ernest says $9,999 a month to start. Okay. Rick Franz says 100K income a month is my first goal. 100,000 a month. Okay. Now let me ask you guys this. Okay, those of you guys who are giving me these like round numbers, have you thought, how did you come up with that number? Okay, is there a what stands behind that number? Why is it 100,000 and not 116,000, or maybe it's 92,000? You see what I'm saying? Here's what I found. Your subconscious mind will run how, like, it will determine how you feel, how you act. If you just say, okay, right, well, this thing is going to be 100,000 for me, okay? Okay, $100,000. That's $1 million. All right, if you say, okay, I need 100,000, okay, 100,000 a month. Unless you know exactly, okay, and you have that calculated down to the very detail, where you can look at the breakdown, and that breakdown will be congruent with that number. If this is just a number you pulled out of your hat, right, or out of the thin air, and you're like, dude, that would be nice, trust me, you will have no motivation. You might be motivated for about a week or two, maybe a month or two, right? And then there's going to be no motivation, because your subconscious mind, your conscious mind cannot make a connection. Okay, if it's just a random number that you think might be a good idea, if it's just a good idea thing for you, it's not a goal. It's a what? It's a dream, right? It's a dream. Make sense? Apartment food fund. But here's the biggest thing I can tell you guys. When you do this exercise, and especially when you do the worksheet I'm going to give you, it's going to take a little bit of time for you to really, like, go into a quiet spot with yourself, or maybe, with people that you care about, and do this. Really put really put yourself into it, because you're really building yourself. You're creating, right, your future. Okay, so the more details, if you're building a house, the more details you put into that, the more beautiful it's going to be. If you're like, well, whatever, just throw this in there, just throw this in there. If there's no attention to details, it's going to be garbage. Okay. Okay. Spend more time with my family, a new car, treating family to holidays, daycare. Okay, so daycare. Okay, daycare, going out, or maybe eating out. Okay, what else would be a good category that would be a lifestyle? Okay, so eating out, that's like restaurants, maybe getting out, organic food, so that would be like food, right? If you can buy, if you can buy more organic stuff and pay a little bit more to eat the good stuff instead of the poison, why wouldn't you, right? That's a good idea. Let's see what else we've got. Phyllis likes to go to lots of spas. Okay, nothing wrong with that. Live healthy. Okay, investment properties. Paul Dixon, investment properties. Well, investment properties, you're really talking about this category here. Your investment will come from this. Okay, this is your wealth building. So what I need to identify is I need to identify my lifestyle, which is going to be this category as it relates to this model. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we're going to take this model and then we're going to apply that number, whatever we're going to come up with here. We're going to apply it here, insert it, and then run the formula so that all these other numbers will be reflected, and then you will know exactly what you need to be focusing on to sustain your ideal lifestyle. Okay, this number here, but you also want to make sure that as stemming from that number, you have proportionally, right? You have all these other categories being handled without you even thinking about it. Okay. Because this is how you live, this is how you feel. But ultimately, that investment property, who was that, Ernest? Okay, investment property, or Paul, investment property will come from here. But if you don't have enough money here, you cannot invest. Okay, a lot of people like, well, cryptocurrency is the way to go. Let's just sell our houses and go all the way into cryptocurrency. Dude, you ain't got no money to invest if you don't got no money to invest, right? You got to make money first, and then you got to be smart with your money to grow your money. That's the only way you do it. Okay. Okay. So let's just keep it here for now. Okay. Now take a look at this. Let's break this down to approximately. And again, there's a lot more categories. I'll give you this worksheet. You guys will be able to go through this exercise yourself. Okay. Am I in the frame or not? Okay. Yes, I am. Okay. So here's what I want to do. Okay. I want to take these categories, and I'm like, all right. So mortgage. Okay. Where do you want to live? Where do I want to live? Okay. I'm not a super, like, honestly, guys, for me, I mean, everybody's going to be different. I'm not super crazy materialistic type of guy, right? It's cool. I would rather, but everybody's going to be different. So whatever your ideal lifestyle or ideal life looks like, let's put a price tag on it as it relates to these categories now, right? These are basic stuff. Obviously, I know there's insurance, there is medical, there is all these other things that we did not include. They will be included in the worksheet that I will give you. It will be super detailed. But these are the bigger ones, right? So I can tell you this. If you, what you can do is you can go to, well, let's just do it together, right? So give me an idea of a mortgage number. Let's go ahead and share the screen here real quick. Okay. This is the most important one, Ernest. Yes. Self-freedom and important inner wisdom. Okay, spend some, save some. Okay, good. Okay, so check it out. Okay, I'm going to go to Google. All right, my buddy Google. And I'm going to say, you know what? Mortgage. Let's go, mortgage loan calculator. And, okay, somebody give me a number on your mortgage. I can tell you this, okay? Let's just keep it pretty generic. Let's just say $1 million. Okay, that's going to be a base point from you. So for a $1 million loan, okay, if you're going to go for 30 years, and this is approximate, depending where you live at and your credit and all that good stuff, interest rate. But this will give you a good indicator, a good idea, right? So for every $1 million in mortgage that you take out, that's going to be approximately, okay, your monthly payment will be approximately $4,700. So what I'm going to say, okay, and come back to me here. So what I'm going to say is I'm going to say, you know what? I'm going to do $5,000, okay? Approximately. I mean, depending on the country you live in, if you live in a different country, whatever, your number would be different, right? But again, what I want to go for here, you guys, is do not limit yourself. And I know that there's another extreme to where you can be like, dude, I want to live in a $100 million mansion. And unless you really, 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 really would love to live there, the biggest thing here is connection. Your subconscious, your conscious needs to, it has to be emotional goal for you. It cannot just be well, let me just come up with something because I think it's cool, but there is no emotional connection. Does that make sense? This is the most important part here, you guys. Because whatever we're going to do for the rest of this project, okay, everything we do in the 4% Success Challenge and everything that I'm going to teach you about marketing and money and everything that's surrounds that, it has to stem from emotional connection to the goal. If you have no emotional connection to the goal, your goal, you will give up on that unless there is a strong emotional connection, okay? So that's why I'm saying, like, if you truly, if your dream would be to live in a $300,000 home or a $500,000 home, whatever that thing is, and you're like, dude, this fires me up, that's my dream. Ideally, if I could have no limits, if money was not an issue, that's where I would live, right? Then that's your thing, that's your number. Okay, if you are like, dude, I want to live in a $10 million home, I'm not satisfied until I'm there, and there is a strong emotional connection there, then that's your number. Okay, so base your numbers based on that. Just for this example purpose, I'm going to say, you know what, let's do, it'll be $5,000, $5K a month, okay, in my mortgage, which is what, about 60,000, what is it, 5 times 12 is, I think it's 60, right? 65, hang on. Okay, 60,000, make sure I don't make any mistakes here, a year, okay? So $60,000 a year in my mortgage. Okay, travel, I can tell you this, okay, how do you want to travel? I'll tell you, if you travel coach, that's not your ideal life. You don't want to travel coach, ideally, right? Ideally, you want to travel, at the minimum, you want to travel first class. First class, business class, a minimum, bare minimum, right? Anybody agree? Anybody disagree? Okay. Be able to elevate others without compromising myself. Ask you more money so you can scale. Okay, we'll talk about it, right? Private plane, okay? Private travel. Again, connection, okay? If you care about private, aviation, if that's your thing, if that's your standard, then that's your thing. If your thing is, dude, I'm gonna fly commercial, but I want to fly, first class all the way, right? Let's say $1,500 a ticket on average, right? Depending, here in the States at least, pretty much anywhere you go, on average, probably about $1,500. But that's your thing, dude, like, right? Then that's your thing. Then the question is, okay, for travel, like how much do I travel approximately? So you do the math on it. So if you if you fly first class, it'll be $1,500 a ticket. If you fly once every 2 months or something like that, right? Maybe you do 6 trips times 6. That's $9,000 a year just on airline tickets, right? Give or take. Say 10 grand on airline tickets a year, depending on how often you travel and whatnot, right? If you go to events, but again, massage it to you, right? If you travel private, okay, it's awesome, but I can tell you that again, the emotional connection, okay, is there emotional connection or not? Traveling private aviation, it'll cost you between $8,000 to $12,000 for 1 hour of flight, okay, $8,000 to $12,000 for every 1 hour of flight time, okay? So you do the math on that, okay? If that's your thing, then that's your thing. So for, to keep it simple here, we'll just say, $10K a year on that. Vacation, do you want to go to vacation? You want to stay at Super 8? Do you want to stay at somewhere luxury? You want to, rent out a nice house? You take your family on vacation. How many times a year do you want to go on vacation? Once every 3 months, once every 6 months or something like that, whatever that number might be, what's your number there might be, right? Well, you can say, I go to vacation, maybe one vacation on, ideal life here, just kind of throw in some numbers. What would you say? 50,000, 100,000, right? Let's put 100K, okay, 100K a year right there. Okay, now a car. Now we can debate here. We can say, dude, do you wanna buy a car? Do you wanna lease a car? Okay. If you always wanna, be in a nice car, if you always wanna be, driving a new car all the time, leasing is the way to go, right? Don't buy it unless you really wanna buy it and just use the thing for, you're gonna lose more money on buying a car and then reselling it than leasing it, especially with the on the newer, on brand new cars, and especially, if you really want to go those high-end cars, leasing would probably be the way to go. Okay, so what would you allocate towards lease, on a monthly? Do that math on it. I can tell you this: you can lease a pretty nice vehicle. What would you say? 3K, 4K, right? 4K a month. All right, so you're looking at 48,000 there, approximately. Okay, 48,000 there. Daycare, we don't do daycare, so I really have no idea how much daycare runs. Anybody can tell me the number on daycare? Hey, you can get it paid through ClickFunnels. That's right, Nigel, right? So that's why you want to have a money machine, your marketing, which we're going to talk about next in the next episode. When we're talking about for you getting the money, this right here is going to be a big number. But if you're smart, you're going to include multiple streams of income so that you're diversifying your efforts. Okay, you can lease a Ferrari for about 3K a month. Maybe not, maybe a little more than that, but it depends. Okay, so daycare. Anybody can give me the number of daycare? I have no idea. We don't have daycare for our kids. My wife is a stay-at-home, so let's see. Eating out. Okay, you guys going out to restaurants? Okay, let's say how many times. Let's say you want to go out 3 times a week, right? 3 times a week times 4 weeks times that's 12 times a month. And every time you go out to eat, it'll be, depending on how big the family is, depending on what you eat. Let's say it's $200, right? 200, that's $2,400 a month. Again, we're going pretty lavish here, right? 2,400 times 12, that's $28,000 just on food, right? 28K. All right, and then for food, this is your groceries and stuff like that. I don't even do that. I don't know. My wife shops. I don't even know how much things cost, how much the blueberries are, and things like that. So you do the thing on it, right? So what is it going to cost you to feed yourself organically? Buy yourself nice stuff that's not processed, or maybe even have a chef in the house. Who knows, right? I mean, whatever your thing is. Again, emotional connection. Where would give you the most emotional connect? Where would you connect emotionally with the most, right? What level? Okay, so you want to do that. I honestly don't even know how much we spend on food, honestly, a month. No idea. Somebody give me the number here. Somebody give me like approximate number. Daycare, 800 to 1,500. Is that a month, Houston? Is that a month or a week? Houston saying daycare, 800 to 1,500 bucks. And I guess it depends how many kids you got, right? We've got like 6. Hiring chef is lazy life. $1,000 a month. Okay, so a daycare, is that $1,000 a month for daycare or food? $1,000 a month for food sounds way too low, man. That to me sounds way too low. Yes, a month. Okay, so let's say daycare, $1,500 a month. Okay, so let's see what that number is going to be. 1,500 times 12, 18,000 a year, right? 18K a year. Okay, and then food. What do we got for food here? Okay, $200 a month. Food, $200 a month for food. I guess if you're single, maybe, right? Let's say, I don't know. How much do you guys spend on food per month? I don't even know, dude. I don't. Okay, let's see. Let's 1,000, $200, 300. Say $1,000 a month for food. That's 12K. 12K. Let's say we put 20K for food, right? I mean, you guys want to eat like caviar and stuff like that. 20K. Okay. Let's just throw that number in there. Okay. So now, here's what I do. Okay. This is a macro level. This is not a micro level. This is a very macro, right? For now. So we got what? 60 plus 60, 70, 170. Okay. It's 18 plus 28 plus 20. Okay, so we are at 284,000 in this example a year. Okay, 284,000 divided by 12. Okay, 284,000 divided by 12, 23,666. Okay? 23,666 and 66. Okay, we'll just say 667. Okay? $23,667 a month. Okay? Now, check it out. Does this, you know, if you had this coming in to just, you know, just for your life, to give you the ultimate lifestyle, right? And again, it's missing some other stuff like medical insurance and whatnot, right? But what kind of life would you have, right, with that monthly? Okay, so if this is my number for my ideal life, if this would give me, you know, no limit living, like I get what I want, I go where I want, I live like a rock star, I love it, right? How many of you guys would literally like do anything in your power if you are very, very clear, not on the, like this is just a price tag, but really what we're talking about here is this, okay? So now what we do is we take this, okay, and you turn it into this, okay? Anybody know what I'm talking about here? I'm trying to visualize my life being this expensive, okay? Rick Fromm, a lot of people would be in your shoes, man, okay? A lot of people will be in your shoes. You know why you know why it's difficult for a lot of people is because they never took the time to really let themselves, you know, take off that limiter, that governor, and be like, dude, if I could if money was not an issue, you know, if there were no glass ceiling above me, how would I live? How would I want to live? You know, and again, there's two ways to do it. There's one extreme to where you're like, dude, I'm just gonna go Floyd Mayweather lifestyle, right? Which very few people can relate to that, right? You know, maybe you don't need a new pair of shoes every single day. Who knows? But maybe you do. Again, emotional connection, okay? Emotional connection. So whatever that number is, then you take that, not this. This is nothing. This is just a number. You take this. You know, you guys hear about people talking about, you know, in personal development world, vision boards and, you know, and you know, goal cards and all that stuff, right? To where you can see the life, because that's really your ideal life. That's really what you're after. You're not after money. Money is nothing. We've got dollar bills today. Tomorrow there might be Amero or something else. Might be crypto, might be gold, silver, back to that standard. Who knows what's going to happen, right? We don't know. However, your lifestyle is why you bust your butt every day working, right? It's because you want to have what money can get you, okay? So what we do is we turn it into here, and then this becomes your emotional driver, okay? Does that make sense so far, right? Again, he throws money away. Maybe you want to throw money away too, right? But this is the biggest challenge for most people, you guys, okay? People talking about, dude, I want to make more money, especially in our space, like affiliate marketing, you know, online marketing, and, you know, like our industries that we serve and we're part of. Just talking about money is very shallow. It means nothing. That's why people struggle, because there is nothing beyond that. See what I'm saying? It's like, I want more money. Well, you want $5 more money is more money for you. $100 extra is more money. How much more money? Okay. And then the second thing is, people are like, all right, I need $100,000 a month. Well, what does that really mean? And so your mind never connects to that, so that's why you never get it. Okay, so your subconscious needs to connect to that. And you only make a connection through being specific, but really this is your heart right here of your connection. This is where your center core of the connection right here, right? So whatever that's going to look like for you. Totally makes sense, right? Okay, I still have my gold card with the all time. By the way, you guys are going through the 4% Success Challenge. This is a heavy, this is a centerpiece, because everything else kind of revolves around that. So if you guys have never started the 4% Challenge, definitely get into it. If it's available, great. Get into it depending when you're watching this. For those of you guys that are watching this live, it's about to become available, right? You'll be able to print it, laminate it, create it, carry it with you. Bob Proctor taught me that a lot, right? Changed everything for me. I promise you. It'll change your life. Okay, so next, here's the big part, right? The big part now is we got to take this number, okay? We got to take this number, and apply that onto this model right here. Ha! How many people are excited about that concept now, right? Okay? This is your ideal life as it relates to your personal stuff. Just personal. We're not talking business, we're not talking about saving, we're not even talking about financial freedom yet. This is just ideal life. Financial freedom is where you have enough money coming in to sustain your lifestyle whether you work or not. So this number, my next thinking is going to be like this. How do I get this? How do I structure my business, my operations in a way where I'm getting this number every single month coming in this category so that it pays for my ideal lifestyle right here, whether I work or not? That's the big one. Whether I work or not, okay? Chances are I'm going to work because if I love what I do, I will never stop doing that, okay? But if I don't work for the next 3 months, I want to make sure that that is sustainable whether I am there or not. That's, my friends, that is where we're at. Financial freedom is where you have this coming in on autopilot. This is where your money is making you enough of this, enough of money to sustain that so that you can take off forever. You can retire. You can literally retire and you can still sustain that without blinking. Okay? Yeah, Ernest, I know you were talking about Floyd Mayweather, man. Okay. Okay, so check it out. So then we play with our calculator, man, right? And again, a lot of people will be mind blown because I'm going to give you a warning, okay? For most people, this situation will give them this will be so out of context or so out of reach for them mentally that they would not, they immediately will dismiss the idea. They'll be like, dude, I'll never get it. It'll never be available for me. I'll never have it. And you want to be very, very careful not to fall into that trap because it's a trap. Okay? Remember I told you that I've been through a lot before myself. There's a trap I'm going to tell you. One of the traps in life that you will put yourself into is giving up or losing before you even start. Okay? You don't need to know how you will get there yet. That's not the point. The point is it needs to be inspiring for you. That's step number one, okay? Step number two is we're just being very analytical here, and we're talking about, okay, so let's take this number, and following this model, by the way, this is, a wealth building blueprint inside of 4% free. I give you a module on each one of these things, and we'll go into greater details. That's about a 3.5-hour course or something like that. You guys can enroll in it, go to 4percent.com if you haven't been through it. But this is the model, again, it will change your life. You take this model, you take what I'm teaching you now and what we're doing in the 4% Success Challenge, dude, you will change your life forever, okay? This will be eye-opening, yes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this number, 23,667, okay, divided by 20%, 0.20. Now, for me to sustain my ideal in this situation, well, semi-ideal, I guess, because we're missing a little bit of a smaller categories, right? Insurance and smaller expenses. This is the big stuff. So $118,335. Check it out. Okay? Check it out. Okay? So now we have a new, what do we say? 118,335. 118,335. Okay? That is what I need to have coming into my receiving account every single month, and it's actually not as bad as most people would think. Okay? TWCGO. Okay? Now, so if we take this same model, let's take a look at what we've got. Okay? 118,335 times, we gotta pay taxes. Okay? So every month we're gonna allocate $35,500 on taxes. Okay? Uncle Sam, every single month. Bam! Right? Ouch! That's a lot of money, man. But guess what? He's hungry, man, so we gotta feed him. 118,335 times 10%. Okay? It's 11,833. Look, with this model, what I'm teaching you here, every single month, like clockwork, you will have $11,000 going into your savings account, into your wealth account. Guess what? By the end of the year, you will have $120,000, $130,000 sitting in that account, free and clear. It's your saved money. After taxes are paid, everything is handled, right? How awesome is it? Okay? How many of you guys would realistically like to structure your life like that, right? Like, you just saved $130,000 in a single year, living your ideal lifestyle. Isn't that awesome? Right? What else we've got? 118,335 times, well, 10% here in your charity. You've given away, okay? This is monthly, by the way, right? A month. A month. Okay? So you're giving away $11,000 every single month. Let me ask you this. Do you think you would feel better about yourself if you would be in a position to give away $11,833 every single month to people that need it? Charities, church, loved ones, relatives, friends, people that need it, people that are in need, right? Okay? This, my friends, is where money will magnify who you already are. Okay? People that say, well, money is evil, money is bad. Dude, you're just being ignorant. Money is neither good or bad. Okay? Being rich is evil. It's not good. You know, it's bad. Dude, is being poor better? All right, be poor then, if that's going to make you feel better, right? Money is just the biggest, it's the human biggest magnifying glass. That's what money is. So if you have structure, right? You're giving away over $130,000 in a year. You're doing good things in the world. That's good karma. Okay? Do you think you will have good things coming your way because you've contributed to the universal laws of prosperity? Okay? You see what I'm saying? It would be awesome to have enough money. Okay? Absolutely. Okay? The rich get richer, the poor get poorer. Think about that. Okay? So we got to, okay, we're going to talk more about that. All right, so what we got? We've got our G, okay, 20%, which we already calculated. That would be 23,667, right? Okay? You got that money. And then your operations, we've got 118,335 times, what is that, 30%? It's 35,000. 35,500 for your business operations. Okay? So look, what happens here is now you have a blueprint. Okay? You know, if you're foggy on your current stuff, you'll always be foggy, right? So you got to get clear on where you're going. This right here becomes a goal. Okay? This is a goal that feeds into a dream. Makes sense, right, so far? How's my my YouTube friends are doing? Okay? You guys on YouTube watching this, is this making sense? For most people, they'll be like, dude, this is not for me. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna see myself. Fine. Fail. Right? I'm talking to a few of you. I'm talking to a few of you that really are sick and tired of being sick and tired. Okay? I'm talking to those people that are ready. When the student is ready, teacher appears. I don't want to claim myself to be the teacher. I want to be the messenger that will get you the message just in the right time for you to take your life to the next level. Okay? Okay? They don't teach you this in college, man. They never taught me this in school. I never learned this working for somebody else at a job. Okay? Make sense? Now, what I want to do is this. I want to go and expand this. Okay? So then, next week, next episode of the 4% Entrepreneur Show, what we're going to do, you guys, okay, is we're going to talk about our final component, or our next component, actually, which is this. How do I structure, how do I create, how do I establish, how do I engineer, okay, my income source, my solid income source, right? That's what we say. We want to create a solid income source. That would be, what do we say? You know, here, I keep notes from last time we talked about it. It's got to be fast money, residual, multiple streams of money, solid money, scalable money, enjoyable money, long-term money. Okay? How do I create an income source that would have all of those components that every single month would get me that number? Okay? And I'll tell you this: you got to have systems working for you. Okay? You got to set yourself up smart. Okay? You got to have leverage. You got to have multiple streams of income. You got to have that be product-centric income, so that you're not flying high today and then 3 months later, if you're promoting opportunities and the opportunity gets shut down, and then you're going from this down to zero. Okay? And then what happens to your lifestyle? You're like, oh man, bankruptcy, I guess, right? You're out in the street. No, you want to have stability. Makes sense, right? You want to have all that stuff. This is so clear. It is scary, Trin says, right? So then we're going to talk about how do you engineer that a month, okay? Whatever that number is. By the way, that's where we have, you know, if you guys are in 4%, you know, how many of you guys are not going through the 4% challenge, or you are you're waiting for the 4% challenge to come in? Here's the concept: 0, 10K, 100K, 1 million. Okay? Just milestones. Very, very few people will get here. But if that number will get you a comfortable lifestyle, you'll be somewhere in the middle. Totally doable. Now, how do you do that if you don't have a product? That's why we created the 4% Success Challenge for affiliate marketing. Product-centric, driven, right? Platform. Multiple streams of income, tremendous leverage. Fast money, residual money, multiple streams of money, solid money, scalable money, enjoyable and long-term money. Set up, okay? Really important. We're going to talk about it. But the thing is this, okay? I'm going to give you guys a little. Hang on, don't. Well, actually, let's show my screen. Let's go ahead and share the screen. Let me show you guys this right here. It's a very, very simple concept, okay? So what we just been through is what we have just been through is like a macro. Okay, this will be this will go micro right here. Okay, so what I did is I just created a simple document here in Google Docs, and I'm going to share it with you guys. You guys can you know, take it and just kind of massage it to whatever your lifestyle is. But it has a lot of different categories. Okay, so if you have children, your activities for kids, okay, and it's very, very simple to understand, okay? So your ideal lifestyle, you have your estimated monthly, estimated annual, okay? So if we start typing numbers here, okay, let's say I'm gonna put $100, you know, $400, you see the number kind of changes? So it already calculates that particular, you know, sum total for the monthly for you. And then what you do is just take that times 12, you know, you're gonna put that here, 1,200, you know, whatever that comes up to be, you know, 100, you know what I mean? And so that calculates your annual, okay? And so that's going to do that for all of these different categories, you know, activities, medical, childcare. I mean, there are a lot of these might not even be relevant for many of you. School, toys, okay? Just really go micro on this, okay? Then if you got debt, if you're going to put credit cards, if you want to allocate specific amount towards paying off your credit cards, if you have student loans, okay, how much you're going to allocate towards paying that off in your ideal lifestyle? If you got taxes that you got to pay, education, tuition, books, music lessons for your kids. Like I've got, you know, my boys are in school for different musical instruments and whatnot, right? So there is a little bit, not a lot, but you know, a little bit of extra expenses there, or investments, I should say, right? It's never expense; it's always an investment. Your entertainment, right? Books, concerts, shows, and you can see all these different, you know, different categories that. Just really give yourself some time to think about it, and you're going to come up with a definite, down to a dollar number, okay, to the best of your estimations, okay. TV, I would cut it out, man. I would not focus too much on TV, to be honest with you. But if you want to add some more stuff in there, then you got your everyday. That's your you know, healthy eating, right? That's your organic groceries, your restaurants, your personal supplies, your clothes. Do you want to buy, you know, designer stuff? Do you want to, you know, like whatever your laundry, I mean, hair, beauty, subscriptions, that's your everyday, okay, category here. And you can add more stuff. So it will give you gifts, donations, okay, medical, right here, home, rent, mortgage, taxes, furnishings, okay, lawn garden. You want to have somebody mowing your lawn, taking care of your landscaping, that kind of stuff, right? Maintenance, improvements, moving, if you're gonna do that kind of stuff. So you can really, really take this and fill it up for yourself, and you will have a very, very clear picture, okay? If you got pets, some of that stuff there. This category, actually we can go ahead and take it out. Hold on, we don't need that. That's technology, because that's not, let me remove that, okay? We don't need, hang on. Okay, we don't need that, because that's going to be our business operations. Okay, we're talking about just our lifestyle. Okay, business is going to be different. Your travel, utilities, okay, and so forth. Okay, so this right here, this sheet, how many of you guys would like to have this? Yes? Yes? Okay, so what I'll do is, give me 1 second, come back to me here real quick. So what I'll do is I'm going to take that, hang on, I'm going to share it with you all, okay, and I'm going to pop it over here. Ideal life, style, KYN, know your number, worksheet. Boom. All right. So take a look at the top here, at the chat. Okay, you see that in yellow? Let me come back and share the screen real quick. Okay, right here. So what you guys can do is you can click on it right here. It's a Google Doc. I just shared it with you. Okay, and that will be a good. You can print it out if you want to. You can, you can use it as a reference. Hope it helps you guys. Okay, and just really take the time. Take the time to really identify. That's your KYN. Okay, know your number. See it? Okay, so come back to me. Okay, that's going to be really, really important. If you don't have that, nothing that you do as an entrepreneur will matter in the long term. Nothing will matter. You will go up and down, up and down. You'll get fired up for the day. You will always chase another opportunity, another thing. You will never have stability. Okay, because you're running. It's like playing a basketball with no hoops. It's like playing volleyball with no net. It's like or it's like playing soccer without keeping score. It's like, who cares, dude? It's not, you might get you might get into the game for, for a little bit, and then you'll be like, dude, whatever. This doesn't, there is no reward. Okay. So get very clear on this. Take that sheet, work it, and then next episode of the 4% Entrepreneur Show, we're going to talk about that. Okay, we're gonna break down, because everything else that we're gonna do, we're gonna stem back from that number. Okay, I want to reverse engineer my marketing, my setup, and how do you do that? Okay, how do you do that? How do you come up with a strategy that will get you $118,000 a month in your bank account every single month? You doing whatever you love to do as an entrepreneur online, even if you're just getting started. Do you believe that it's possible for you? Most people would say no. And the reason you don't believe is because you got conditioned into a particular environment. So what we need to do is we need to change your belief system, because you'll never have that if you don't believe that you will have that, right? You'll never have it. How do you change your belief? Is you change your paradigm. What's a paradigm? Paradigm is a multitude of habits, and and your conditioning molds you into a particular mentality, into a particular way of thinking, your environment, right? It's like that mold, right? And so you're just growing up to be, part of that environment, and that's just who you are. That's how you think. That's how you respond. That's how you view the world. It's almost like having a lens through which you view the rest of the world. What you can and cannot do. When you see an opportunity, when you see the possibility, and some other people are doing it, you immediately dismiss yourself. We're gonna stop all that. Okay, we're gonna stop all that once for good. Okay, Phyllis says, I believe now that I'm a 4%er. You guys, this is the difference between the 96% and the 4%, I'm telling you. Okay, how many of you guys have learned a thing or two today about a thing or two? How many of you guys think this is gonna help you in your life, in your business? Okay. Ernest, you're welcome. Okay. Okay, so here's the thing. There's going to be a couple traps that you got to be careful about, okay? So you don't fall into. Trap number one is it's not for me mentality. Somebody else can do it. I just can't see myself doing it. Okay, it's just a conditioning. Okay, so what we need to do, just as hard as we work on our marketing plan, right? Business structures and operations and actions and all that stuff, just as hard, if not harder, you got to work on yourself, because your income follows your self-image. Okay, if you see yourself as a failure, if you see yourself as a 5,000 at most a month producer, that's who you're going to be. I don't care what you do. I don't care how many courses you buy. Okay, but I'll tell you this: even if you're a complete beginner, you can get yourself, whatever your number is, to live your ideal lifestyle, predictably, just like that, every single month. Okay, just like that, you can do it. So, yeah, this is clear. Yvonne Adams says, okay, I do about really knowing emotional, fired up. Okay, awesome, Cameron. Thanks, Vic, another awesome training session. Okay, great. If you guys like this, help us spread the word. Share this with people that you care about. Share it with your loved ones. So here's what we're gonna do. Okay, I'm putting out these trainings for free. Obviously, there's no, it's just stuff I learned and implemented in my life. It really, really impacted my business and my life. Impacted a lot of other people that I taught it to. We are going to wrap this particular series, on Money Machine with the next episode, and I'm going to talk to you about ways that you can deploy to have your money coming in, your top line, so that the rest gets taken care of by default. Okay, you don't have to work hard for it. You got to be smart positioning, like I said, ultimately, you want this category to grow into a category in of itself. You want this money to pick up and this money to make you that money. Okay, so you want to create a machine. So you want to create a system that feeds itself. Okay, a financial system that feeds itself. This is income-producing activity or properties, right? Maybe multi-unit investments in real estate and things like that, right? This is diversifying your assets so that you're set, and you can literally set yourself up for life. But you never ever get that unless you follow the plan in the first place. Okay, so if you follow me, I'm going to change your life, man, because somebody changed my life. I'm just going to share it with you. So here's the thing. Next session, we're going to wrap this up. We're going to talk about marketing plan, marketing strategies. How do you actually get the money, right? Don't miss it. It'll be next episode. It'll be Tuesday. If you're watching this as a replay after the fact, if you're getting value from it, be sure to tune in and watch the third part, the final finale piece of this particular topic. Okay. We do have, for those of you guys who want to just really master marketing structures, you really want to get yourself on a solid path and learn how do you do this if you don't have a product. If you have never made money, if you don't have credentials, if you don't have a lot of knowledge about a lot of things, right? If you're just getting started, how do you win? You win through affiliate marketing, okay? Affiliate marketing. This is where you can sell other people's programs. This is where you can sell other companies' programs that are in high demand in booming industries, right? Align yourself with companies strategically, sell their products in a very strategic, very specific way that opens up floodgates of revenue for you, selling other people's stuff. At the same time, as you're doing that, you're building your business. Like this becomes, you never ever, even though you're selling other people's products, you never depend on other people. You create your own environment, you create your own blue ocean that you fish in. Make sense? And so that's the program that we have. It's called the 4% Challenge. If you guys are watching it after the fact, I highly recommend. It's going to change your life. Okay, if you want to master affiliate marketing, everything I'm talking about. Okay, your paradigm, goals, creating that, getting clarity, and having a specific path that you can just walk and follow, specifically as it relates to promoting affiliate marketing stuff. Okay, how do you do that? It's called the 4% Challenge. Make sure that you're in it, and it's going to change. It will completely completely revolutionize your life. Guarantee that. Those results are typical, okay? All right, so with that said, everybody, thank you for tuning in. You know, that's a lot to think about, a lot to do for you. Go ahead and ponder on it. You know, hopefully this helps you out. You know, if you have an ability to click share or spread the word, I would appreciate it if you guys can help us, you know, spread the vision of the 4% and, you know, help us reach more people. That'd be awesome. If you don't yet have an account with 4%, create yourself an account with 4%. Take a look at what we do inside. You'll be the first one to get invited into the 4% challenge and go to that program. And regardless, thank you for tuning in. I hope this helps you. God bless. See ya.